G'day team. Okay, let's look at apprentice jockeys. We know these kinds of months into winter in Victoria, apprentices get their opportunity, especially in the metro area. So we're going to run some numbers of all Victoria 2025 for some apprentice jockeys and then break it down from sort of May onwards in the metro area to see if we're actually making money. We speak about this a lot at Foxcatcher in terms of where are the edges. Now, we always speak about this probably in the last 3 or 4 years. Apprentices under the minimum, we know the proper pros play into this space, but they're only playing into this space if it's still an edge. And just because it was an edge 3 years ago, 2 years ago, is it still an edge now with these apprentice crop that we've got? So we're going to go through individually the apprentices at the moment, their numbers, and see if you're actually making money out of them. So we're going to start with Logan Bates. Obviously, all of them, 400 rides in Victoria, January 1. He's had 57 winners. 14% is that win strike rate. The market expectation sits at around 16%. So, okay, metro area since May 1, obviously 6 from 68, 9% win strike rate versus 14% market expectation. So you're not winning there with that jockey Bates. Tom Preble, January 1 to now, all 33 from 250 rides, 13% versus the market expectation of 14%. Pretty good. In the metro, since May 1, 8 from 66, 12% versus the metro, 13%. Not too bad. Let's break that down even further for Preble. Single figures runners, 7 from 31 in that metro since May 1. 23% versus the market expectation of 23%. So Tom Preble hitting the mark there. Luke Cartwright, January to 1 now, everywhere in Victoria. 27 from 295 rides, 9% versus market expectation, 13%. So average. Metro since May 1. 9 from 92, 10% versus the market expectation, 15%. So not a huge edge there at all. Jet Stanley, January 1, all rides, 363, 29 winners, 8%. The market expectation's 10%. In terms of the metro area since May 1, 2 from 42, 5% versus 6%, so nothing really there for Jet. Jayla Kennedy, January 1 to now, everywhere in Victoria, 244 rides, 18 winners, 7% versus the market expectation of 11%. In Metro, May 1, 3 from 50, 6% versus market expectation, 9%. You're seeing a trend here with all these jockeys, apprentice jockeys. We're talking about this is where you want to be with them. This is where you want to be with them. You're not making money out of these ones that we're talking about right now. Dakota Keene, January 1, all areas, 130 rides, 8 winners, 6%. Market expectations higher, 11%. Let's break it down to the metro. Since May 1, 2 from 37, 5% versus market expectation, 11%. So the trend continues. Hannah Edgley, all areas, 132 rides, 12 winners, 9% versus market expectation, 8%. So she's the first rider we've just identified now that's actually above market expectation. Now let's get to the metro area since May 1, 4 from 33, 12% versus the market expectation, 8%. So that's a positive. Hannah Edgley, yes. Let's break her down to single figures. Not many, very small sample size. Only 11 rides in the metro since May 1. 2 winners, 18% versus the market expectation, 17%. She's someone that's plus for us at Foxcatcher. Ryan Houston, January 1, all 156 rides, 17 winners. He's 11% versus the market expectation, 10%. So he's the second jockey that we've actually got some confidence in. Metro since May 1, 4 from 34, 12% versus the market expectation, 7%. When we break that down into single figures in that time frame, 2 from 11, 18%. Versus 14%. So they're the apprentice jockeys. We talk about it all in winter that, yeah, you want to be with them, especially under the minimum. Well, just because it was an edge 5 years ago doesn't make sure it's an edge with this crop right now. But Edgley and Houston and even Tom Preble, he's doing pretty well as well at that top end of the market. But the rest, I think buyer beware.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.